part about spring too. I mean, we're talking huge temperature swings from the morning hours to later in the day. I mean, maybe the difference of about 40 degrees for some Inland Empire spots. So yes, grab the sweaters still. Some areas you may notice haven't been as cool as it has been. So where we are typically seeing maybe some lower 50s, we might be seeing about 60 degrees this morning. However, it's still cool outside, so you probably still will want that sweater. Now, we do have heat advisories in place for the Inland Empire today. That's where we're going to see some of the hottest spots in terms of the valleys and IE. So that's going to be in place through tonight, and those will finally expire. Now, most areas will see mid to upper 90s in the Inland Empire. There could be an isolated 100-degree reading. So if you're in some of the hottest spots of the IE, like San Bernardino, you could get up to that triple-digit marker. And basically what all this means is that there's going to be a higher risk of heat-related illnesses today. So be really careful if you're spending too much time outdoors. Drink plenty of water. Try to take rest breaks, especially if you work outdoors. Tomorrow is going to be much cooler. It does not last too long. We also have the extreme heat warning in place for the low desert. We will see temperatures up to about 108 degrees or close to that near the Palm Springs area. So very, very hot. These are set to expire tonight, again, for these inland areas, because we're going to see a big switch by tomorrow. And I think we'll start to see a little more May gray further inland. We've been seeing it at the coastline. It's just been staying right at the coast. So this is what's going to happen. For Los Angeles, yes, cool still in the 7 o'clock hour, lower 60s. We do have some patchy clouds if you're closer to the coastline, or a little bit of fog. We're going to warm it up pretty quickly, though. By 11 a.m., we're at about 77. Then by later this afternoon, we're going to hit some 80s. And then by tonight, really nice, 7 p.m., about 71 degrees. It will still be mild. So this is a look at some of those temperatures. We still have some areas that are cool in the upper 50s, and then we have some low 60s out there. Santa Monica, Hawthorne, about 60 degrees, and we have about 61 degrees over into Anaheim. So this is what the switch is going to look like. From today, tomorrow, LA and OC going to about a 10-degree drop by tomorrow. We get even cooler Wednesday, and then we see the slow increase in temperatures by the time we get into this coming weekend. So it is going to warm back up, but we'll have several days of cooler temperatures through the middle and end of this week, though. So for the valleys and Inland Empire, we are going to see pretty hot temperatures today. A really big dip, though, down to some lower 80s by tomorrow. That's going to be a big drop. And then we're just going to stay there. There's going to be back and forth with certain days getting a little more May gray than others. And then it does look like we start to see less of that by this weekend. So this weekend should warm up and we should have more sunshine to start, too. So by the time we head into our Tuesday, we really see this ridge getting shoved out of the way. And it's because of this low pressure system that's north. So we start to see that moving on out, and things really start to calm down and decrease in temperatures as we get through the rest of this week. So even by Friday, it's just going to be really mild and nice, beautiful week. And then we'll head into this weekend and we will start to see a little bit of a warm up Friday into Saturday, and then Sunday it starts to come back down too. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth. All of our temperatures mostly pretty mild. We just have to get through this heat today. All right, we have our mountains and desert forecast coming up in just a bit. Rachel, John, Tony, back to you.
Thanks, Brianna.